Hello everybody.
Hello.
I'm here with Matthew Levin, who's the Canadian Ambassador to Spain, and we just launched our Canada Observatory here at IE, and it's wonderful to have you. Thank you for being here and for supporting our launch. And I wanted to ask you a couple of questions, and the first has to do with global affairs in Canada, because you've been in the Foreign Service for a very long time of your country. You've been ambassador to a number of countries around the world. The world seems to be a very fast-changing place. The international architecture seems to be questioned on a number of points, on the trade issue, on the multilateral issue, on the rules-based order, and this seems to be, I think this is probably a worrying development for a country like Canada. It is for a country like Spain, but when you're looking at the world from Canada, what are the big trends, the big issues, the challenges that you see for the country, and how do you see your government actually tackling some of these?
Well, thanks, Manuel. Thanks for this invitation, and the launch of the observatory is great, and we feel there's huge potential and very helpful in our relationship with Spain. That's a very good question, and I think the single biggest concern we have is that the reality of the international community for the last 50, 60 years has been an international system based on multilateral institutions and a set of rules. We sometimes talk about the rules-based international order that's been defended by all the most influential countries and has been the support, source of, and basis for really a tremendous increase in prosperity, not only in a country like Canada and what we used to call the Western countries, but around the world. There's been a tremendous economic growth and really transformation in quality of life for a large part of the global population. So for us, it's a fundamental importance, not only for ourselves in Canada and the world, but for the global community, that we continue to support that system and its values of open societies, open economies, based on rules, in which all the actors in the global space are able to participate with a reasonable opportunity and with a reasonable degree of fairness.
So a second question, because you've been working on European affairs on top of being an ambassador to a European country, but you've worked on European issues from the MFA over in Canada. What are the key issues on the Canada-Europe relationship and on the Canada-Spain? So what are the big topics there on the agenda?
That's a very good question too. And let me start by saying, first of all, in this evolution in the global international order, for Canada, the European Union, it has long been this, but it has emerged in a clearer way for us as a critical partner for everything that's important for us and all the values that we have and the objectives we have in the international community and for our own society, that Europe is a critical partner, and the voice of the European Union in the global community is fundamentally important. We rely on the European Union as defender of those things we care about most: human rights, democracy, rule of law, a defense of those things which are a constant objective of our own advocacy engagement, but the European Union is the single most powerful voice in the international of those things. So that's a big part of our dialogue. If I point at just a couple of issues, the international trading system, we talked a little bit about this before, the important institutions. Well, the key institution is the World Trade Organization. And it's facing a series of different challenges. And there, Canada and the European Union as an institution, but specifically with many of the member states, including Spain, are working together to form a cohesive voice to be able to maintain the importance and contribution of WTO to the global international economy.
Right.
And to cite just one other issue, I think it would be the issue of sustainable development and climate change specifically. This is a very big challenge for the international community. It is a global challenge in its essence. This isn't the sort of challenge that any one country can resolve on its own. We all have our own national responsibility, but it has to be, the response has to be a global response.
Thank you for being here, and thank you for your time.
Thank you, Dean. I couldn't agree more, and let me just say it's a thrill for us to be associated with an institution like yours. I mean, it's super high quality, and it's great to have this partnership. So thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.